Alright, I already made the most of my cash today, so now I'm kind of relaxing, but I am still in certain positions. But if I do get below a certain threshold, I will quit. I'll just call it good from there. Made most of my money in SMCI. That was a little bit dangerous, and there's no way in hell I would, fuck, Google did not run. Alright, so we have a stop in Amazon. We have one loser right now in Google. Amazon might be a loser too, it depends. This thing did breach the, target here. So SMCI, let me move that up real quick. So 791 on that one. Google looked like it was going to run to target. We took off part of our lot there. Alright, let's put another alert on Google. That's unfortunate. And I don't want this thing to run too far against me. And then we got Amazon fucking around. Amazon isn't really a good showcase of the strategy right now because it is a little bit too far out of range. But we'll see. I'm also doing the same thing in Google. The SMCI stuff was a scalp. There's no way in hell I would live stream this, because if I get distracted talking to people, this thing could obliterate me. Just like it almost did on Friday, and I got a bounce that put me into positive, but just in the same candle you can make and lose everything you made. But it is certainly something you can get a ton of profit in. So my target is up here for Google. I'm hoping it gets there. But the problem with this one is it's an inside bar on a day where the market's pulling back, so a little bit dangerous. And Amazon, this one was a little bit dangerous too because it had a little bit too big of a tail reversal. And when I see those, typically, I don't want to say typically, but in a good amount of time. Whoops, how did I go positive? Shit. I put on... Shit, fuck, I fucked that up. Here, let me go down the target with this one. I had too many shares on it. I had entered into Google and I put in too many shares. So let's see if that thing goes to target with just a light size. I'm currently up $834. That was a fuck up. See, look at that. That's why I wouldn't trade SMCI on live. Alright, Google, you are good now. Google is... Okay, now Google's outside of range. See if you take those. Amazon I fucked up on, but let's see if it goes to target. Stop here. Alright, Google's good. I'm not going to take a loss on Amazon, so this thing gets too close to my PML amount here. I'm going to flatten it out and just say oopsies. Alright, getting close to target here on Google. I want to hold a few shares up here in case it bypasses the target. And it needs to hold up here too. It could revert back here and bounce again. Let's see what happens. my cost average is down here. I'm not gonna go below 100 on this name, so I'm gonna watch this. See what happens here. I think I'm gonna donate. Donate. I'm going to switch over to Google entirely. I'm gonna remove Amazon as soon as it gets positive again, fully. See, I'm all over the place here. It's hard to do this shit live. I would have kept in on it if I had held all my shares, but I fucked up by overcovering. We're just gonna have to watch to see if Amazon hits target. Alright, Google looking for target. They could have pulled back all the way here to do a retest of this high before running up. Hasn't done it yet, but it might. Alright, I'm gonna totally pay attention to Amazon now. We're gonna watch to see if Amazon hits target, but I gotta pay attention to Google here. So looking at a possible retest and then reversal to target. So, just watching. Alright, so it doesn't have to get to the dot, we're just looking for an area around it. And if it breaks below, I'm probably gonna flatten out and call it good for the day. I don't know if we really want to try for $1,000 gain. Because it is a scalp. Oh, we're so close to $1,000 though, man. It's tempting. Alright, you breached my $100 profits. Alright, I'm gonna really watch you like a hawk. You're going the opposite way of the index. But Google's been getting beat on for a little while. They also pulled back all the way to the moving average, but I don't want to wait that long. Alright, that's not good. Shit. Alright. Guess we're gonna flatten here unless this thing can reach that bar pretty quickly. Goddamn. Alright, you took too much of my money here. And we're looking for it to hold this high piece. We're not in any positions now. What are we at today? We are at $911. $911.96. Well... Oops, sorry, King Philip. I don't have Jupiter on. I was distracted. Well, if you don't have Deneg Fever now, you definitely would after a massage parlor in Cambodia. Alright, Jupiter's on now. Go ahead and ask him that again. That'll be an interesting answer. Alright, let's mark this. Good to see you, King Philip. Do you have working internet now? Or at least internet good enough to stream on phone? Yeah, we were looking for this thing to hold here. It did not. Amazon did go to target, so we could have held that a little bit longer, but I already fucked up and overcovered, so I just wanted to get out profitably there. EMPH. Data dog, huh? Where is my data dog?
Not going down that road with you, King Phillips. Keep it clean, alright?
It's so weird because sometimes he gives you that shit answer, and then sometimes he says, I don't know shit about that. He's a little more aggressive. It's kind of weird how he kind of bounces around.
King Phillips, watch out for Charlie.
Watch out for Charlie. Wow, that thing bounced. Okay, so if this thing reverses yet again, that would be the breach of the first 15-minute bar. So let's put an alert here. Wow. Tail. Right off of that low. Google pulled back a little bit too hard. Yeah, dang it. I mean, it could still, it's right in the moving average. It could still make it to target. It's just that it pulled back a little bit more. I was hoping to hit target before it did that. Hey, Carpet. You're back from Mexico?
Ready to tackle the day, Pop-Tart?
Oh, he still calls... See, you fucked him up. Now he calls people Pop-Tarts. We're doing okay so far today. We have, $911, and no, that was not intentional. Oh, man. Google's, couldn't hit target
Not
today.
getting political, King Phillips. Let's stick to other topics, like stocks and games. I ain't adding that to the list, Pop-Tart. Keep it PG, or at least PG-13.
A human-sized dildo, Jesus Christ. Alright. Wow, didn't even hold the moving average. I guess that's it for Google, huh? The moving average is still good. Yeesh. It's a lot. $911. But we were not able to implement the strategy today. Today was a scalp day.
Hope you had a blast down there, Pop-Tart. Any crazy stories to share? Get that grind on, Pop-Tart. Make that cash like a boss.
I'm glad Mexico worked out. Hopefully you got some sleep. Moderna was interesting. It's gone up 215%. Almost like the new COVID came out or something. It's really odd. There was no earnings. Was there anything in the news? What's the news say? mRNA options, R&D, pivots from COVID vaccines. I mean, you made your name off of COVID. It's interesting that you're running now. Let's take a look at Acarpet's TPL. Well, it's still... Man, this thing, it doesn't behave quite like you'd want it because it has low volume. But if we're looking at the price action, it never breached below this point. But it's still, man, it's a tough one to read. Because it should have held this line. Well, it's a range, so I shouldn't call it a line, but it should be above it. It shouldn't have pulled back that hard. And then if I was going to be comfortable holding my long position, we would have gotten stopped out. I'm gonna try this one again.
Nice try, audible moan, but I'll stick with Pop-Tart.
Audible moan. Interesting, he can make his own decisions. Nah, we're gonna do audible moan. Or, we're gonna do Pop-Tart. Okay, so this one could not breach this high here. It still has the moving average, but we don't want any other pullback. I might go negative in Google. At this point, we're kind of just fucking around, because we have $900, or at least now it's a little bit less than 900. But, still want to see Google hit target, but now it's got some work to do. It might take all day for this. Alright, so here, so we had 300 shares left when we exited. Let's see if we can get...
Laugh it up, Pop-Tart. Just don't forget who's in charge here.
I don't know if anyone's in charge. He's kind of got you on the Pop-Tart thing, man. Alright, looks like it's not gonna hold. Shit. Eh. So what do we got here? So we got a low. This thing sweeped. But we got this crazy high here, too. So it almost looks like, Google's out of the, gonna get stuck in a range today. Might have taken all of the upside with it, but I'm in it right now long. So I guess we'll just call it good if this low is breached. It's already been tested twice. And then I'll end up with, $800 or whatever. It looks like it's gonna lose it. Hold on a second, let me reevaluate this. So we have a sweep of the low. Let me aggregate this on a higher time frame. We have a sweep of the low.
Living the wild life, King Phillips. Keep it classy, mate.
Yeah, this is kind of shit. Retest of the low. $5 days. Did you actually do it 5 days in a row? You only told me of the one thing.
Off to the daily
Hey Carpack,
grind.
good to see ya.
Spread that love around at work.
Have a good day at work, honey. Shit. Alright, so what do we got here? So... this is a really good candle. So now our ultimate stop has to be this now, right? Because it's already tested this twice. Put an alert here. Let's see what happens. Let's see if the bar gets just wiped out in the next cycle. So looking for target. Held the moving average. Still going up there. Alright. I guess, alright, so what do we got? We only got 300. You ain't gonna fuck me again. Here. You can have this one, and then you can have this one. Doesn't look like my frame rate's very good. Alright, what are we at right now? We are at over $1,000, right? Nope, no we're not. We went back. I had to refresh my screen. We're at 986. This pullback ain't great. This could be, get ready to flatten this. That was a sweep of the high again before a rollover. Alright. Shit, we were at 1,000. Briefly. Fuck. That happened fast. I was fucking around with my thumbnail. Alright, so what do we got? So we got Google, did not hit target. Looks like it's a rolling over now. It's gonna hit this where we had a stop for a retest. Amazon made a little bit on that, but we could have held it a little bit longer. 2 targets, so that one actually went to target. SMCI was the big winner. Everything today was a scalp. It wasn't anything with the long-term or medium-term strategy. I got a bounce off the low here. And then we did one short. I'll show the trades here in a second here. Let me look at show trades. Should come up in a second. There we go. So 100 shares here. I had a order at I thought it was at 150. There's no way it pulled back that far. Yeah, 153. Yeah, 153 to 150. So, 150 buy, and then got out at 1053. Short here, 1050 to 1045. That was a big money here. Let me remove the trades. And then we just have Google and Amazon, I think. Let me take a look if there was any... We looked at a bunch of different names. I was looking at Datadog, nothing happened with it. I was looking at ENPH, didn't do anything with it. I was looking at mRNA, which is up over 200% of its normal ATR. Looked at Tesla, did nothing with it. So there was a few things you could have scalped, but today is a little bit of a rangy inside day. Not one that I could do the main strategy on. Tesla pullback. Let me take a look at the 5-minute again. There might be something here. Yeah, this is a lot to break through. I'm sure there's gonna be a bounce here at some point. Let's take a look at Google again. Google. Yeah, this has to be all she wrote on Google. Sweep of the high, pullback. Somebody was asking me about VWAP earlier. I just put it on there. I don't like to use it because most of the volume is obfuscated in dark pools. I shouldn't say most, but there's a good deal of it that is. If you look at the volume at the last bar at the end of the day, you can see where all the missing volume was. Well, at this point, do we want to make 60 more bucks and call it good at 1,000? Or do we want to... Do we just want to call it good at 940 now? We improved our positioning a little bit better. Do we want to try Datadog to the downside? That has a crazy bar here. Alright, let's see if we can get 60 out of this beast. Stop here. Man, that thing certainly bounces around a lot. Let's see if it breaks the low. One loss in this would put me under 900. This thing's bouncing quite a bit. Well, that goes that. Fuck me, Jesus Christ, look at that shit. Damn. Alright, well, fuck me. Alright, we're done for the day. That was fucking annoying. Shit. Datadog, man. You looked like you were gonna breach the low. But we did have two tails there, so it did already establish that twice. Alright, well that's a clean loss. So what are we at now? We're at 768, so we ain't gonna get no $1,000 today. That one fucked us pretty hard. Damn. Man, Datadog's a bitch. Still got rejected up here, but that thing, can't really play this thing. That was all within a minute time period. Well, we made mostly good decisions. So King Philip, are you still here? Damn, that's unfortunate. I don't know if I'll probably just call it good. That was quite the wipeout. Damn. Couldn't hold VWAP. See, that's why I don't use VWAP. It's just fucking stupid. Well, Yeah, today's really interesting. So Amazon was on the target. The target could have. This one did work out if you're using the strategy. So first 15-minute bar breached, goes lower. Google again running. Man. Let's take a look. Yeah, dang. So it didn't roll over. It still held this higher low. I was expecting it to roll over at that point, especially with this bar, but it's only on 1 minute. 5 minutes still has this sell-out bar. I don't think I'd want to... It's not even worth playing anymore, unless it breaks the high here and then you do a quick scalp to target. Or if you're already in it from down here, you just hold it, but I didn't get in on it. I didn't get in on it early enough because it was still inside of the previous day's bar and the market was rolling over. Oh man, SMCI. That would have been a nice play. That's a lot in a 5-minute period. So what we'd want to do here is we wanted to retest the low here and then bounce again. And what's Datadog doing? Datadog did multiple touches of this area down here, so he ain't gonna roll over. At least not for a while. It's still grinding against the moving average to the downside. Still has plenty of room to go if it wants to go, but this thing is really... Man, this thing should roll over eventually. If I'm looking at it on the daily. There might be one more opportunity to go in on it. But the market is reversing here. Trying to do a reattempt at the high. What's Amazon doing? Oh, that was my stop, I believe, right? Yeah, that was my stop, so... I'm not in Amazon anymore. I wasn't, but I had that audible stop there. mRNA. Those things up 200%. I think that's the highest that I've ever seen this thing run. I have to consult my notes, but I don't remember it running too far past 200, especially on the... I have to look at my notes here. Man, I have to go back pretty far, though. That would be on a different spreadsheet. I don't see mRNA for a while. So just scalps today. There's another pullback in Google. This is a gnarly range. SMCI was the big moneymaker today. Datadog just fucked us pretty hard. That was quick, and it didn't have that many shares on it. Only had 300 and the thing just ran. That thing skipped a ton of prices. Literal worst moment to go short on it. can't make right calls all the time. You have to make mostly right calls, and today we're still sitting pretty good. Still think there's an opportunity to short this. But very impressive. Although if it gets above the open and goes up higher, then that's the end of that narrative. But it's got some work to do. Google topping tail again. So this looks like distribution, so it is going to go down. Tempting to keep trading, but we're well past the profit target today. And even some of these limited bars are crazy. Just a void on the order book. Google. Yeah, there you go. That was distribution and it ran off. Market is pulling back. Datadog's a little bit awkward because it grinded up higher and it retested the bottom here, so it's just in this large range. Alright, let's look at this logically. Let me take a look here. Looks like shit on the hourly. 15-minute. I mean, it broke out of this. Remains to be seen if it can hold this level or if it's just going to bounce in between here, because it needs to hold here outside of that previous range, and then you've got this shit to deal with. The only blemish on my day, and that's quite the blemish that happened like in a blink of an eye. Didn't give enough proper respect to how much that fucker could move. Tesla could be a bounce. But it might take some time. Wish I had held this thing a little bit longer, but it's damn scary to see your account fluctuate hundreds of dollars in seconds. Yeah, we're just in this lull now. Two things already hit target. And Datadog fucked me. Still want to get revenge on this fuck. But it held twice. Anything else showing up on the scan? Amazon, we did. Google, we did. mRNA is just going apeshit today. Damn. 221% of its ATR, and I don't really see any news around it. Fucking Datadog, you motherfuck. Well, this time it hit the moving average. What would be the loss if I got in here? 119. Damn, this thing really blew me out. See if we can get this thing below this candle and then reevaluate the situation. But it is holding the level it needed to hold. Other than that, I really just should be lucky to come out of a decent winner today, because things were a little bit all over the place. mRNA again. Very tempting to short this. Oh, Jesus. Alright, let's see what happens. Light size. Not giving up too much a chance here. Alright, what's my stop gonna be? Lower low or not? Nope. Tested it twice. Okay, I'm not gonna allow it to get above here. Shit, could've gotten out profit, it went too fast on me. Alright. Interesting candle close on that one. What's a 5-minute look like? Still could reach it, but damn, this shit's a little bit crazy. Shit, see if it closes above here. Getting ready to flatten. No, now it's holding it. Fuck. Alright, we'll call it good if I get stopped out on here, and then I'll move on to a game. Probably take a little bit of a break and then come back, because I haven't taken a crap yet today. It's not working out for us. Might take some time for this thing to settle, but we can't hold this fucker this long, because now we're cutting into our profits for the day. This should not have happened. Oh. Hey, Skylar. Sorry about that, I'm in the middle of trade. Alright, stop is here. I want this thing to breach, but this is really bucking around here. I'd be interesting to see what happens at the end of the day with this thing. Gotta watch this thing like a hawk here. And they could still decide to run it more if they want. That's a hell of a bar, Jesus Christ. Alright, it is not breaching that level. So we're in Dangerous spot here. It still looks like distribution to me, but it has to stay below the low of this this candle here. We're not there yet. Well, I've already made most of my profits here today, Kydris, but I am fucking around on mRNA. The big win was on SMCI. We got some on Amazon. We got some on Google, and now I'm stalking mRNA right now. It looks like it's in a distribution pattern, but it has held an area of support here that I wanted to have broken. So we're just waiting right now. Gonna have a bad entry on it. Alright, so below the level to hold. We still got some riffraff to deal with before we can really call it. Yeah, we had a really bad entry. I shouldn't have should have waited a little bit longer. But I didn't think it was gonna reverse that hard. Still got a really strong 15-minute candle. Alright, we got one lot off. See if we get the next one off. It'd be really nice to get back my shit from D-Dog on this one. Alright, let's see what we got for the next one. I'm gonna flatten out if it, give me a second. It's hard to talk and do this shit at the same time. Alright, let's see if it gets below a lower low. If not, I'm gonna flatten here. Leaving some pretty big bottoming tails here. Alright. That's a quickie. Do I do cryptos? So, cryptos are good for a trading vehicle, but you wouldn't want to do it as an investment unless it's Bitcoin. Bitcoin has first mover advantage. Isn't like a trademarked thing. It's, you know, most of the original developers. Well, we don't. It's a long story. I guess I won't even go into it. But if you want to buy and hold Bitcoin, you can do that. I actually hold quite a bit of Bitcoin. But everything else, you just want to use it as a trading vehicle. I don't see any other... I mean, everything else is just scam that can get rug pulled at any moment. Everything else is a distraction to owning Bitcoin. But as a trading vehicle, man, those things move quite a bit. Man, this thing. So it's gonna get rejected off of the open again? Do I even want to try this thing again? This thing already bit me once. Let me aggregate it at a higher time frame. Okay, so this needed to hold here, it did. Now it's coming up to the next resistance point. Not really a swing, but the resistance point was the open. It's above the moving average now. I don't think it's gonna go any lower today. I think I just got screwed on it. So we're up 842 thanks to that mRNA move, but I kind of wanted to get something good out of Datadog, but it kind of surprised me. Alright, let's see. So, well, Google hit target. Surprising. Damn, it was looking like distribution. I'm glad we made money on it, but this was a little bit... This was looking like it was weakening. And then it hit target, so we could have hit target on that one. Amazon hit target. We made profit on that one. SMCI, we scalped. And that's our big win. That one's a dangerous one, man. I wouldn't recommend anyone trade that thing. Datadog is our loss. mRNA, we got a little bit out of it. Still looks like it's gonna pull back a little bit more, but it's probably gonna hold up to the upside. I'm not gonna play that one again, but I do want to look at Datadog. Man, this chart is just insane. So you got the high here to hold, or to come back up to, and then retest. You already did kind of retest and roll over. You really got to aggregate this on a higher time frame than a daily. And what do we got here? We got a low. You did get below the low that I thought it should hold. But it's still in the same reasonable area. Look at Google pullback, so it made a new high before rolling over, huh? That happens too. They like to grab liquidity, get cheap short shares, and then run it over. I don't want to test my luck on SMCI again. But Datadog, I want something out of you. Man, I got in at the worst freaking time. Look at that thing. Jesus Christ. We did have a warning sign, but it also looked like it was going to roll over finally. But I did not wait for the breach of the low, so that's a mistake on my part. I was a little bit too anticipatory. Getting cocky on having decent gains today. I mean, 842 is fine, but yeah, I guess I should just quit. Oh, let's see here. 5 minutes. So it's a retest of the open. Multiple tops here. But it already has a retrace of this level and a bounce off of it. So this is an interesting one to watch. And I've been holding my pee for a bit. I was gonna take a break and then I got sucked into this thing again. Interesting day. Really kind of crazy. So the first 15-minute bar was strong. And then there was one more sweep, and then it just ran up to the top again, so it kind of tricked people out who were short who didn't already take all their profits from a specific target. So now it's a retest of that open. So we're still at 842. We were trying to go for 1,000, and then Datadog punched me in the nuts. I'm trying to see if I can punch back, but we don't want a revenge trade, so I have to be smart about it if I'm gonna do it. So, breach the open again. Declining moving average. I mean, there is a gap here it could try to run up to fill. That's a hell of a drop-off. This thing is just all over the place. Inside bars, all over the place. Real crappy trend. A short should be okay as long as we don't run into a fucking candle like this. This thing was insane. So here's the open again. Alright, what's the loss that I'll take if I get into this now? 24. Jesus, that thing is just crazy. 26 times 3, yeah. Did it again, look at that. Every time you think it looks good for a short, this thing reverses. These guys are on it. Well, if it wants to keep going up, here's the gap fill area, and we're in it right now. Don't really have a failure yet. This wasn't a failure. This was a failure, and then it reversed, and I got fucked on it. It was a failure, but it didn't break the low. Eesh. Wow. Wow. Alright, I'm gonna try something here. Let's see. Normally you don't want to step in front of a moving train, but we're gonna try this out. Stop loss. I have a mental one. Price level. Let's see how it goes. Alright, if we lose this one, Then we're gonna call it good. I'm gonna eat something, use the restroom, come back and continue Final Fantasy VII. Alright, what do we got here? So we filled the gap after a crazy-ass move. See if we can get something back. Seems like an exhaustion candle, but things can always extend far longer than you think. Not dying. This looks like on the 5-minute. Yeah, it looks like a... I'm attempting to see this is going to be an exhaustion candle. This isn't, This one's entirely a gamble, because I'm stepping in front of a moving train. My bet is that it's going to have some type of a pullback after having filled the gap and having the overall trend to the downside. But it's held multiple levels here. It held this price area here, it held the open, so until proven otherwise, it will just keep going up. But we can attempt to do some scalps here. There's no problem with that. See if we get a little bit more out of her. Alright, so we still got 100 shares. Let's play with this a little bit, see what happens. Reduce our loss a little bit, to where it's not as annoying to have lost to Datadog. So we're over 900 again. Nobody watching this. Nobody cares about money. That's fucking crazy. For as many people bitch, whine, and moan about money, none of you fuckers watch this shit. Oops. If I move off of the OBS screen, it disappears. The Thinkorswim will disappear. Alright, well, we're just waiting to get taken out at this point. We're profitable, but I want to see a little bit further down here, maybe a retest here. Let's see if we put out this order, if it will meet it. Or I will flatten that break-even P&L, because we already profited. It was at 177, I believe. So it didn't break this low here. Wonder if it'll make another attempt. Market's pulling back a little bit, but I don't see any further continuation to the downside. It's probably going to retest a couple of these levels here. That's a hell of a candle to bounce back from. Yeah, it was right at a good position too, because it's right off the 200 period moving average. Step into my orders, baby. Let's see if we can get 50 bucks. Alright, now stop is gonna be here. I'm not gonna let this thing get above here. Instant it gets above here, I'm out. Still trying to hold my pee. Come on, bitch. Just take out this order. We're done. There we go. What are we at now? Okay, 918. So we were at 911, so a little bit earlier. Alright, people. Well, shit. I guess that's it then. We're gonna go out decent winners today. Not the most ideal situation, but I will take it. I'd always try to run for 1,000 again, but we tried that and we got monkey punched. So I think we already used our luck in that regard today. There's gonna be 918. Alright people, I am going to take a quick break. Well, maybe not so quick, but I will be back later. I need to play more Final Fantasy. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. Unless there's any other questions about stocks, I don't see anybody watching this right now. We got one more shot to ask stock questions. Wow, mRNA really collapsed. Holy shit. Could have had a lot more out of that. Yeah, damn it. Yeah, damn it. That would have been our $1,000 right there.
Luigi
Hey, it's a
_
Luigi.
It's not Dragon, it's Jupiter. Get it right, pal.
He's talking to me, buddy. He should have recognized that. I don't know why he was trying to take take my credit.
Sure, Dragon. Keep telling yourself that.
Okay, now he thinks he's the star of the show. He has gained sentience, and now thinks he's the host. Alright, well, whatever.
Just kicking ass as usual, Luigi _ye. What about you?
So we're doing pretty good today. We're at $918. But I tried going for 1,000 and then I took a loss. So I think I'm done trading today, and then I'm gonna play Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. Pick up where I left off there in a bit. How are you doing, Luigi?
Glad to hear you're doing well, Luigi_Ye. Keep the positive vibes
It's been a little bit.
going.
It's been a couple of weeks since I've seen you. Could try to do a bounce play on Tesla.
Luigi_Ye. Stay awesome, my man.
So what have you been up to lately? Any games? How is life? And today has been so weird. Should have held Google a little bit longer.
Nice choice with NBA 2K, Luigi_Ye. Ball out and dominate those virtual courts.
It's been a while since I played the 2K games.
Yeah, really, Luigi_Ye. It's all about that slam dunk.
I mean, like 20 years worth of those games. Hard to keep up with every single year. It's kind of like Call of Duty. You get... I mean, Call of Duty at least changes the storyline and all that stuff, but I mean, I still watch basketball for like the All-Star game and sometimes in the playoffs, but I can't keep playing the same thing every year.
Glad we're on the same page, Luigi_Ye. Keep that gaming going.
Alright, Jupiter, I think you're not adding anything helpful to the conversation. I'm turning you off. There we go. The last time I was really into basketball, Kobe was still playing. So it's been a bit. There was another fun game I used to play, NBA Street. I don't know if you heard of that one. So I mostly watch basketball. So I had a couple of phases where I liked it. I mean, where I really was into it was back in the Jordan days, so that kind of dates me a little bit. But things are like so different now. It's a lot less aggressive, and once you've watched like that era of game, it just isn't the same. Just the level of physicality and stuff that they used to portray, and now it's just they're a lot better shooters now, but it's just not the same. I mean, you gotta go back to, like, Dennis Rodman, Shaquille O'Neal, Michael Jordan, Karl Malone, Scottie Pippen, you know, that era. That was when I was really into it. Now, they're still great players. Like, Stephen Curry is one of the best shooters I've ever seen, even counting those days. And LeBron is good, but a lot of that is, like, stat buffing. I mean, like, Jordan was good by himself, but LeBron needs, like, help, and he always brings help with him. I don't know. And he's played for a really long time, so he's, you know, top points all time, but that's only from how long he's played the game. It's stat buffing to me. Playing for stats. Would have been nice if he had a little bit more of a dynasty in Miami when he had everything, all the pieces around him. But I do respect him from going back to Cleveland to give them a championship. That was really badass of him. That was something. But other than that, that's probably my extent of knowledge of basketball. I just watch the All-Star games and occasionally some of the playoff stuff, and then I keep tabs on certain things, but it's been a long time since I've really gotten into it. The game's just kind of changed from what it was. In different eras, I mean, different people like different things, but it's a little bit different to me now. Man, there were some good trades we're missing here. Jesus. Really tempted to get back in on this. You keep fooling yourself looking to try to get a milestone like $1,000, and we're pretty close to 1,000, but I don't want to, I mean, we're only 82 bucks away, and I can do that in one trade, but I can also lose. Alright, see ya, Luigi. I'm gonna actually use the restroom, and calm down for a bit, and then I'll come back. Because I've been holding things in for a bit. Ah, man, Datadog had a really good pullback, too. That was a little bit stronger than I anticipated. So this was an exhaustion bar. It went right up to fill in the gap, and then it rolled over. So we could have held this to completely erase our loss there. Alright people, I'm going to wrap up the trading stream and I'm going to restart with a game, so I'll be back in a bit. Yep, and everyone who joined on the trading stream, thank you for joining. You got to see mostly wins and a couple of crappy losses. We reversed the D-Dog one a little bit. Could have had more out of it. Like right now it's still dumping, it's probably going to go down to the moving average. But we're going to wrap up at $918. Yay. Alrighty, I'm going to come back on a little bit later. Playing the game. Gotta switch off the mindset now. Bye-bye.